I am the Vamp. I use that most ancient of power, blood. I can absorb blood from an enemy and store the power to release it in extremely damaging attacks. I don't use mana, but as long as there are enemies, there's blood to fuel my skills. Bathe in the red tide. That life is mine. I have more barbs to offer. More blood. I need more.
What's up, everybody? One Punk Army here. Thanks for tuning in. Today is Tuesday, June 13th, 2017. Today is the last day of the Kritika Online 2017 closed beta test. So if you're watching this video in the future, this closed beta will not be available, but hopefully the game will be open by the time you're watching this. So you can check out Kritika Online. Download and play. It's free to play. Don't need to spend anything to play this game. You just need to create an account with En Masse. So there at the time of this video right now, there is less than 6 hours left of the closed beta. So yeah, that is when it ends. So about a little bit less than 6 hours from now. As this states, all progress will be wiped after closed beta, so anything I do now to my character, any items I get, any money I make, anything I buy, is gone. So there's no point in me trying to care about the character I have right now. However, as I learned about recently, any premium currency that you spend during closed beta is going to be refunded. That explains why there are a bunch of people running around in costumes, because you're basically getting your money back. I've already done the login, so that's right here. As with most online RPGs, if you log in daily, you get rewards. If you do daily tasks, you get rewards, or you get something a little bit better for playing daily. You also get a bunch of event boxes, which apparently is going to carry over to open beta for hitting max level. End closed beta with a bang. So, from 7 p.m. last night through the end of beta today, it's double drop rates. Doesn't matter because you're losing everything at the end anyways. Stage clearance EXP doubled, which is nice for people trying to get to max level. Enhancement price 100% discount. Doesn't matter because you still need stones to enhance with. 10% chance to get stone boxes when killing bosses. And you revive for free. So, that's nice. I've got a level 65 Vamp. So, I'm going to be showing off the Vamp skills. If anybody's watching today, I'll be taking their questions and showing off the Vamp as well. I've already done a skills exhibition and descriptions video. It's uploaded on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/onepunkarmy. I go through all of the skills of a Vamp. I showed off a little bit in combat, and I explain my reasoning if it's good or bad. For now, I don't have any quests available. All of my quests are completed through level 65. The next quest that's available, quest not started, and it says undefined right there. Any other quests I have right now that I have accepted requires a party. For now, I will play a few stages just to show off some Vamp skills and gameplay. I actually can do hard mode for this last stage, despite the stage requiring 16k rating. I have a little bit over half. I'm okay on this stage. Gear is not the most important thing in this game. Sure, it helps, but it's how you use your character that makes the biggest difference.
Eat, my pets, eat.
So this is basically being cheap. When I'm traveling as bats, I move faster, I do damage to anything I touch, but it drains blood at about a rate of about 2 or 3 every second. Let me see if there's an exact rate for that. Costs 5 blood per second. So I regenerate 2 blood per second because of my awakening skill, which means this technically costs 3 per second. The damage isn't that high, but the fact that you move a little bit faster helps a lot. And you deal damage while moving, which makes this a really spammable skill to use against trash mobs. Your other spammable damage skill is going to be Heart Stopper, which is a 3-part attack. However, that roots you in place, so you gotta be careful using that. And you have to press the skill button 3 times. Taking a look at my skill bar. Oh, what just happened here? Uh-oh, something happened. That was odd. Okay, anyways. If you look at the skills for the Vamp in general, they're like 2 color schemes. There are some skills that are really red, and then other skills that are kind of like fuchsia, magenta, purplish. The ones that are red cost blood, which is your resource here on the right. If it's kind of like that fuchsia, magenta, purple color, they have no cost to using them other than cooldown. So you can use these for free whenever you want. For the most part, these will drain blood, which means it'll give you your resource, which is the right side. I think the only exception would be your ultimate move. Your ultimate move is technically a fuchsia or magenta colored move, even though the icon's red. But yeah, if it's a red colored skill, it will drain your resource. If it's a fuchsia or magenta colored, it will give you resource. And again, those cost nothing to use, so you can use them whenever you want. Here's a mid-boss. General rotation for mid-bosses, not the final boss, would be to use Impale, which will stun a boss for about 7 seconds. And then unleash your DPS rotation. There it is. Depending on how strong the boss is, that'll determine how many of your damage skills you want to use. The way I do it is I start with Red Tide, and then while I use Red Tide, I use Blood Drive at the same time, because Blood Drive increases your crit damage by 52% for 7 seconds, and you can use Blood Drive in the middle of skills because it has no cast animation. So after Red Tide, I hit them with Thorn Spray, and then Bloody Hell. By then I'll be out of blood, so then I'll use Meat Hook to get some blood back, and then I'll close it with Scythe Rift. If they're still alive, then I'll hit them with my ultimate, which is Predation. If I remember correctly, there's only one skill that a Vamp has that gives you health, which is going to be Heartstopper. Or not Heartstopper, I'm sorry. Sinister Pulse, which is the one where she does a short dash forward and punches them. This is Sinister Pulse. This gives you a little bit of health when you use it. Aww.
I command your heart. I will have your heart.
Sinister Pulse is one of a Vamp's EX skill. EX skill being one of these 3 awakened skills. Alright, so this is the boss room. Let's head on inside and take on the boss. Typically you want to open with Death of 1,000 Bites, your bats, just so they can do residual damage to the boss. Now let's use our ultimate skills. And now we can go on with our DPS rotation. What happened? Oh, that was odd. He was still alive. So that's the Vamp in a nutshell. If after your entire damage rotation, the boss is still alive like you just saw, then either you run away from it until all of your skills come off cooldown, or you poke at it. You can't really poke at it as a Vamp because a Vamp does not have a lot of ranged attacks. Let me jump into the training ground and check out some of the other hidden mechanics of the Vamp skills. Training ground. Let's go ahead and spawn a large boss. Okay, let's take a look at the skills in depth. Heartstopper, this is your lowest cooldown attack besides Cloud of Bats. Only 3 seconds on a cooldown. So the main thing about this skill Heartstopper is that it inflicts a stack of bleeding with each pulse. And you can pulse it up to 3 times as a Vamp. If you are playing as a Valkyrie, you can only use this twice. Valkyries do get Heartstopper. So as a Vamp, you get 4 of the skills from your first job, the Reaper. And then Heartstopper was also a Reaper skill, but since it has an enhanced effect as a Vamp, it gets carried over to the Vamp class skills. The 2 skills I got from the first job were Thorny Whip, because that's a pull, and Entangle, which is a soft control skill. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Your life's blood is mine.
Let me retry that. So R, let me see. The range is not that great for Thorny Whip. Let me see if this will work. I missed. So it's a short range pull, but if there are enemies trying to run away from you, good way to get a hand on them and bring them back. The damage is not that great. It doesn't do anything to your blood or resource, but just the fact that it pulls some enemies in front of you toward you makes it a good way to round up some enemies. Next up we have Entangle, which is supposed to inflict a slow. Lasts about 5 seconds. As I mentioned earlier, Sinister Pulse is probably your only main way of getting health back. It gives you a little bit of blood, does moderate damage, and also gives you health. So it's a good spammable attack.
I command your heart.
Does decent damage.
I will have your heart.
It does have a 4-second cooldown, which is 1 second longer than Heartstopper. Meat Hook also gives you blood. It gives you 20 before awakening, and then after awakening it gives you 30. Meat Hook does a lot of damage for what it is.
Come here.
It also has a few other good effects, such as dragging enemies towards you, and it also turns them around. So Sinister Pulse will make you dash forward, and Meat Hook will drag them back towards you.
I command your come here.
And it turns them around, which is perfect because you do more damage to an enemy's back. Meat Hook has a very wide effect, so let me see just how wide of an area it hits.
I will have your heart. I command your heart. Come here.
You normally can hit quite a big area
I will have your heart.
with Meat Hook. After all, you are making a big swing with that scythe.
Come here.
Like that. So you'll hit quite a bit if you're in the middle of a pack of enemies. Meat Hook does not give you health. Just keep that in mind. All it does is does damage, pulls in some enemies toward you, and gives you some blood. Your main damage skills are going to be Red Tide, Thorn Spray, Bloody Hell, and Scythe Rift. If you look at the numbers for all these skills, Scythe Rift actually does less damage than Red Tide. Scythe Rift also has a longer cooldown. So if you're in a hurry, you don't always want to use Scythe Rift in your damage rotation. While the damage is nice, it's not mandatory because it has a long cooldown, and Red Tide has more damage and has a shorter cooldown. Red Tide cools down to 8 seconds, Scythe Rift cools down in 30. Now about Blood Rush. Blood Rush is a movement and push. So not only does it move you forward substantially, it pushes enemies with you. Just like this. So it's a good way to gather enemies. If you have a bunch of enemies in a line, then Blood Rush is a good way to stack them all together because it'll push you and whatever you hit forward. Now, I believe that was auto-targeting. See, yeah, auto-target. So some of your skills you can turn off auto-target in case you actually want to control the direction you face. So if I use Blood Tide right now with auto-target, it's going to make me veer to the right. If I turn off auto-target, then I will actually move forward based on which way I'm facing. That. So Blood Rush is probably one of the few skills I would suggest turning off auto-target, since you're using this to move and group up, not necessarily to do damage, because damage is only 4,000%, whereas Red Tide does 19,000 damage percent. Alright, Blood Drive. I've already covered that earlier. For 7 seconds you get, let's see, for 7 seconds you get a 7% attack speed increase, and you get increased crit damage for 7 seconds. Thorn Spray is damage. When it lodges thorns in the enemies, remember to use a draining skill to make the thorns explode.
Die. I command your
Do a lot of damage. So what else was there? Exsanguinate was not a good skill. Does not do a lot of damage and it roots you in place, but it gives you a lot of blood back.
more blood for me.
But it gives you the same amount regardless of what level the skill is. The bleeding damage is also the same, so might as well just keep that at level 1. Nest of Thorns, not really good because it roots you in place.
That's going to be a scar.
It is a stun and knockdown, but you can't move during the skill, so...
That life is mine.
Yeah, it roots you in place. So Nest of Thorns is not that great in regular use. I mean, you can use it to interrupt a boss or an enemy that's casting a skill, but other than that, it doesn't do much for your rotation. If you want true crowd control with a Vamp, you're going to want Impale. Stuns enemies for 6 seconds, 7 seconds with Awakening. It's long range, but you gotta aim carefully because it can miss. Let me see what happens if I aim just right over here. Will I hit it? Okay, I got it. But for some bosses that are constantly moving, you gotta be very careful where you aim. Normally, after I use my ultimate skills, I will hit him with Impale, and then if you need, since you need to move faster, a lot of bats. So I'll do this after I attack a boss, just to get behind a boss to do that extra back damage. Oops. Did I do that wrong? Let me try that again. So now it's facing me, but... So let's see what I can do now.
Rise and red. Rise and red. Rise and red. Die. Suffer this hell. I rend the very earth. Execute.
I didn't even see how much blood that took. Let me try again. Okay, so hit him with your 3 ults.
Rise and red. Rise and red. Rise and red. To the pain. You're doomed from below. Come here. Let me demonstrate ruin. Execute.
Actually, Bloody Hell does more damage than Predation. How about the other skills? So Predation is actually your second strongest skill. Because Bloody Hell does 70,000% damage, Predation does 38,000%. Your next damaging attacks will be Thorn Spray at 22,000% or Red Tide at 19,000%. Okay, well, let's go back to that stage and fight the boss again. That was really weird. I thought I killed the boss in 1 damage rotation, but it was still alive. You start stages at zero blood, so I always like to open with Death of 1,000 Bites to get my bats out and refill my blood, just like this.
Devour them.
Also, casting your bats makes you temporarily fly, which is good to avoid certain attacks. Some attacks hit the entire map. Most of those attacks can be avoided by jumping. They're usually like those are usually like earthquake-based attacks or ground-shaking attacks. You can jump to attack them or to dodge those types of attacks, or you can use your bat's ability. Most of the time, I like to just use the bats and run circles around them until they're all rounded up. And then just do that. Let's refill my blood right now.
More blood for me.
Yeah, it's weird I can drain blood from machines. Oh. Blood rush. Ooh, I'm hurt. Something hit me really hard there. Oh, I forgot about the boss. Let's go ahead and get close to him. I need that electric field to go away, otherwise I'm gonna get hurt if I get close to him. There we go. Stun him, and then let's go. Damage. And he should be dead.
your...
There we go. I think it's because I forgot Scythe Rift in that damage rotation.
I will have your heart.
I'm not used to casting it yet, just because I know its damage is not very high.
I command your... Come here.
Oh, you're still alive. Now I need these guys to just gather up. You can go ahead and use Blood Rush to round them up.
I will have your... I command your... Come here.
Alright, and now we have the boss. Our health is full, the blood is full, and our EX meter is full. Well, let's go.
Rise and red. Rise and red. Rise and red. Bathe in blood. Die. Suffer this hell. Attack. I call you quick. Execute. Rise and red.
Usually after your damage combo, you'll get some EX meter back. And then at that point, you can cast your EX skill again. You're not invincible during your EX skill. That's one of the things that kind of annoys me. So you can't just face tank a boss while using your EX skill, because you might get blasted to smithereens. Oops, don't do all. Let's see if anybody's hanging out in the end zone, in the final area of the game. Are the NPCs? They give you new NPCs at the end of the game. Instead of all the guys, they replace them with ladies.
So wait, Jude. So hurry back. Think our world will ever be the same?
Hey, you're here. What's annoying is that in this final area of the game, easy mode requires that much rating. So there's really no way you're gonna solo any of these missions. It does give you some of the best items in the game though.
Through the shadows.
Master Crafter. Although if you don't want it to drop, you can still craft them. What does she do? I forgot what she does. Suspicious alchemist.
There is a task I wish done. Your assistance is appreciated.
Hi! Another glorious day in the war!
Forgot what she
Very
does.
well, my friend.
everybody plays their character a little bit differently. This is just the way I recommend spending your points. At the end of your Vamp class skills, you will have 5 points available. I went ahead and tossed it in Thorny Whip and Entangle, because 2 and 3 was 5, and they're not bad skills to have. Thorny Whip being a pull, and then Entangle being a soft control. There's really nothing else better I could have put it in. So for a Vamp, you want to max every skill except for the 4 that are shown here, and I'll explain why. Exsanguinate. Again, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It roots you in place. So, and it's a channeled skill. So for the duration that you're using the skill, you can't move and you can't change directions. Well, that's kind of characteristic of all the 4 skills I did not max. You cannot change the direction. So once you cast it, you are stuck facing that direction. So you're not using Exsanguinate for its damage. You're using it to gain blood, and you get the same amount of blood no matter what skill level. The only thing that goes up when you level up the skill is the damage, and you have better skills for damage than Exsanguinate. You can keep it. You can get it just level 1, just for a quick blood drain ability, but otherwise don't get more than 1. Nest of Thorns. The damage isn't that great. It stuns, but it does stun something directly in front of you, but it also roots you in place. Leaves you wide open. If you're using it against a boss that can be stunned, such as a boss where you've already depleted their stamina, that's nice, but it'll stun them, but by the time the skill ends, like, they'll get back up. Plus you have Impale, which is significantly better for a stun. Impale does give you 30 blood, but that's not the important thing about Impale. You're using it to control boss so that you can unleash your damage combo without fear of retaliation. Arterial Burst. I did not... You know what? I actually did not display these 2 skills. I'll go ahead and do that right now. So Arterial Burst, where is it? Let me get my blood up. Oops. Not that skill. There we go.
More blood for me.
So Arterial Burst is basically a projectile or fireball. As soon as you press... Sorry, this one. As soon as you press the button, you'll begin charging a projectile, and you can spam left click to charge it faster, and then you hit right click to unleash it. The range is quite significant. So press the button and start clicking. If you don't click, it will just it won't charge up. So you gotta click. And you can click up to twice. Here's the problem though. I cannot move. You cannot move once you're here. In order to change directions, you can't use a mouse. You have to use your keyboard to change directions. Once you're fully charged, then you can right click. And I completely missed. I guess it really does not have infinite range. How about Impale? Does Impale have infinite range? Oh yeah, Impale has way more range. However, Arterial Burst does not have infinite range. It has good range, but it's not infinite. So, I don't like using this skill at all. I don't even slot it on my main bar because I don't like having to stand in place. I don't like that you are stuck charging an attack and you can't move. And then the other skill I did not max is going to be Blood Ties. The description is literally what the skill does. Summon 3 spirits that fly out in different directions. It tracks down bleeding enemies and drags them to the vamp. So let's bleed this guy and I'll show you what Bloody Ties does. And that's basically it. It's a crowd control skill, but it only targets 3 enemies. So if you're trying to clear up trash mobs, not that great. If you're fighting some mid bosses or elite foes, possibly that could help if they're running away from you. But the fact that 1, the foe has to be bleeding, and 2, it only tracks 3 foes makes Bloody Ties not that great. So only get one level of it because you're only getting it for its crowd control. And its crowd control ability doesn't go up as you level it. Whereas Impale, it's... Let's see for Impale. Technically you only need 1 level of Impale because it'll stun them for the same duration. Impale is a good skill to have though. Plus it does tick damage, which is always nice. Since you're going to be using Impale often, increasing its damage is pretty good. Okay, Awaken skills. So your 3 main damage moves: Red Tide, Thorn Spray, and Bloody Hell. That's pretty standard. You want to max those to increase the damage it does. Max out the Awakening for Impale to give an extra 1 second to its crowd control. I would suggest Blood Drive for an extra 20% increase in crit damage. And then you're gonna have 7 points left over. So I put 2 points in this skill to get 2 blood per second. It's one blood for each skill, each awakening point that you put in this skill. For the last 5 points is, I would say, either put it into Heartstopper or Meat Hook. They both increase the damage. Both of the awakening skills increases the damage of its respective skills. However, Meat Hook is more bursty compared to Heartstopper, which kind of roots you in place. Also, Meat Hook Awakening has the advantage of giving you extra blood. So, that's why I chose Meat Hook. Whereas, while that's strong, you can't always use that against bosses because most bosses won't be stunned or staggered like that. So they might hit you out of your animation. Meat Hook you can hit if that guy wouldn't run away. Meat Hook you can simply hit and run from a boss. Whereas if a boss is not able to be staggered, you're gonna have to stand in place for a bit. Like that. Something I didn't explain is your right click in the air.
Stay no way. Stay back.
It's a double. It's a 2-hit combo, kind of like your basic attack.
Stay no way.
So if you click it once,
Stay back.
you do a lift. This does it does okay damage. But hitting a bleeding enemy gives you some blood back, even though the skill costs blood. So you just hit them,
Stay back. No
look like
way.
that. But if you're bleeding,
Stay back. No way.
does a little bit extra damage and gives you a little bit of blood. Doesn't do much damage.
Stay back. No
Just a little, but if they're bleeding and they're almost dead, go ahead and use it. Don't get in the habit of using that attack. This is not that strong, but it's good to finish off bleeding enemies. Because it will slightly control them on the lifting portion. Alright, let's go back to town. Let's play some more dungeons. Let me check out the world map. Is there anything I need to do? I don't think so. Wonder if I can do these low-level quests. Alto Theater. I need to be in a party of 4. Ah, it requires a party.
Devour them.
Those bats have quite a long range. You don't have to cast them right next to an enemy. But you don't want to cast them too far either. Oh my goodness. You're still alive.
I command your heart. I will have your stay back away. Stay back away.
There we go. So when dealing with trash mobs, there's no set damage rotation. I would basically just use your low cooldown skills when you get a chance. Those being your first 5 moves. Heartstopper cooldowns in 3 seconds. Sinister Pulse is 4. Meat Hook 6. Red Tide's 8. Blood Rush is 12. Again, Blood Rush is not really damage, but it groups them up together. Thorn Spray is 20 seconds, so I think that's where I would cut off on low cooldown attacks.
I command your heart.
Yeah, I would draw the line at Thorn Spray as far as like low, if you want to use low cooldown skills. Maybe you can use Scythe Rift. was probably a bad idea because I needed thorn spray for this mini boss. So I'm not gonna have my thorns for this boss. I need him to come over here, get out of the electric zone.
I command your come here.
It's dead. I was like, I already could tell it was almost dead. Wow, that did a lot of damage.
I command your heart.
With no real way to get health back other than Sinister Pulse. You can just kite around them and wait and just use Sinister Pulse over and over to get health back.
I will have your heart. I command your heart.
That way you're nice and healthy for the boss.
I command your heart. I will have your heart.
Alright, let's get to this boss and see if I can do my damage rotation. Sometimes I panic during boss fights and I might miss a step. So just want to make sure I get it right.
Rise and red. Rise and red. You're doomed from below.
There we go. And I think that could be one of the glitches of beta, where if you kill a boss using your ultimate, then it'll just like freeze. And then as you can see right next to my health bar, right down here, I got some EX meter back during that damage rotation. So that's why I say go ahead and use your, just use all of your EX skills as soon as you get to the boss. Do your, use up all your EX skills, which should deplete the boss's stamina so you can finally stun it. Then use your stun attack, unleash your damage combo, use everything off of cooldown, and then if it's still alive, you'll get EX meter back, use your EX meter again. The boss is still alive after that. If you're playing alone, you can just go ahead and kite the boss and just poke at it and wait for everything to come off of cooldown. If you're playing in a group, then work with your group to wear down its stamina again, and then coordinate your crowd control on the boss. There's increased drop rate, right? Is that why I'm getting so many items? Twitch just said I'm not online. Give me a second. Something just happened to Twitch. I think Twitch may have booted me out. Let me see what happened. Says I'm invisible. Offline? Why am I offline? Alright, I gotta use my phone to see if I'm online. Network error, please try again later. Network error, please try again later. Something happened to Twitch then. Network error, please try again later. Well, something happened to Twitch, so I'm gonna have to just quit it right there. Oh, I just saw that I came back online. Okay, that was very odd. Eh? Twitch, hello. Something really wrong happened to my stream. I want to figure out if it's me or someone else. It's only me or if everyone's having a problem right now. Okay, I'm not the only one. Something went wrong. Please try again later. Something Twitch. RIP Twitch. Twitch broken. Network error. Insane. Sure. I think that's a quest. Right. How do I talk to party? Okay, maybe Twitch is working? Who knows? Alright, I got randomly invited to a party. Let's do this. Alright, I don't party very often in this game, so let's see how much different Insane Mode's gonna be. I forgot how to play this stage too. Oh, this shit. So much lag because they're doing so much damage. Too much bullshit going on. So much bullshit because of the party. My frame rate. I think there's so much bullshit going on in multiplayer. I gotta watch my health. My god, I can't see what I'm doing in this party. Well, my CC worked. I can't even see where is the enemy.
More blood for me.
I think we're doing way too much damage in this group. Dude, we're too OP. Okay. One hit killed. Oh well, free revives on the last day of closed beta. I couldn't even finish my full damage rotation just because there was way too much bullshit going on.
That was thrilling.
All we got was money. All we got was money. That sucked.
Oh, my head. I wish I did not have to rely on an outsider.
Not bad. Did I get something good from that? I got a level 65 accessory, I think. Hold on, what are they saying? We skipped it. Sure. I think I skipped it too. We don't even need a party member. We're fine. Which quest was that?
More
This one?
tasks await you, so hurry back.
Clear out Crystal Cave. It's a cat's paw, right? I think so. I can't tell.
Magic will always triumph over alchemy.
Oh, they're already here. I'm on my way. Did they add someone? No, they didn't. Yeah, we'll wreck them. Yeah, Crystal Caverns. It did say anything spent. Yeah, okay. I don't have any premium currency. I mean, I do, but I haven't played their other game, Terra, in a long time. Oh yeah, it does need 4 people. Uh-oh. Yeah, it requires 4 people. Forgot. Check channel 1.
Blind is going to win here. Cool? Cool.
Feeding Avalon.
Do you leave the party if you do that? What happens if you go to channel 1? Oh, you do. You leave the party. Well, shit. Is that an oversight? Why would it make you leave the party for changing channels? I mean, you don't have to clear it. Oh, these are level 60 items. I don't want these. That's good color on that. What was I gonna check? Consumable. Got that box, there it is. Ooh, I could choose my accessory now. Probably choose it later.
This'll fetch a fine friend.
There we go.
Big weapon.
Turn a fine profit from this.
You've seen nice weapon. Want to leave it with me? Come again and see me.
Alright, time to enter. Shiree. Yeah, I'm on my way. It is this one. Well, I believe we do stupid amounts of damage. Why am I the last one to load? Oh, that's probably because I'm streaming.
Black.
Smack!
In and out.
Like, do I even have to use my good skills? We do so much damage.
This is
Is that a boss?
in and out. This.
I'm like, give me all this shit.
In and out.
Let him fall to the ground so he can die.
In and out. This.
Did we miss something? We did. Yow. Am I not hitting them with my Heart Stopper? Or not Heart Stopper, Sinister Pulse?
In and out. In and out. In and out.
Freaking Warp Mages and just in and out.
In and out.
Smack. I am not hitting anything. Warp Mage is pretty OP. I missed. can't see the boss unless I zoom out. I didn't even use all of my EX skills, and the boss is already dead. Again.
Oh, I love that.
The cat spa was number 1 in DPS again. There are 2 cat spas and a warp mage. I guess those are the most popular classes right now. That warp mage is ridiculous.
Each victory brings us closer to defeating Abelard.
What did Abelard want with this old... Got a little job for you. Good enough. Thanks.
What did I get? Level 60 accessory. Raven Heights,
This
party
will
of
fetch a
4.
fine price. Earn a fine profit.
You.
You wouldn't believe what some people store with me. It's shocking. Come again and see me.
Can I make costumes? I have 110, so I can kind of get more costumes. Just don't want to. Alright, what is there to do now?
This'll
Get moving. We've still got a war to fight.
Still got warp mages and
This'll fetch a fine price.
Big weapons, big improvements, big fee.
cool. I think. I don't know. I would say I think I'm done with this character. What do you do again?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Almost didn't
potions.
see you there with that giant weapon. What do you need? Never any complaints about my potions.
Helping the...
And suddenly we're strangers again.
Move to a different channel. What is going on with Twitch? I think that's all I can show. That's all I'm gonna show off of the Vamp. I'm going in the wrong area. Something I'm gonna do before I close out the video is I'm gonna show the video of all the other subclasses. Yes. I wonder if Twitch is gonna save this video because something is going on. So I showed the Vamp skill video earlier The main way to see each video is to log on to is to make a character and then go into the preview. So let me see if I can do that. Do that now. I need to make a warrior. Let me show off the Valkyrie character.
I am a warrior.
So I'll show off Reaper now. Let's make something cast. Hello, there we go. Do I have to complete the tutorial? Oh no, I don't. Oh, I can't do that. I do have to complete the tutorial. Alright. I'll just do the tutorial for a Reaper. And then I'll show off those skills, and then I'll do it for the warrior. That's the only one I'm missing. Well, how many reinforcements are there? So yeah. One of the skills may look familiar, that's Heartstopper. First job Reapers do get Heartstopper, but they only can use it twice. You have to advance to a Vamp in order to use it a third time. Oh, I can't wear it. I've never used the bill hook, because I know it's slower. Let's see what happens if I do. I am recording, right? Twitch isn't down? Alright, Twitch is supposed to be up. Doesn't seem like I'm attacking much slower. Why wouldn't I use the bow hook? And it's dead. Hey, Plasmic. Doing pretty good, man. How have you been? For a while, I thought Twitch was down. So, good to know that Twitch is still working. Yeah, what have I been watching? I've been watching... Oh, it's called New Game. Got him.
New game. Never heard of that. That's it.
Yeah, it's a series called New Game. It's gonna be kind of hard to find. If you're on like an anime site, you can probably find it. What is the other one? There's another one I'm watching. Let me see if I can find the name of that one. That sound. Oh. What is it? I hear like waves in the background. There's something going on. Not that one. It's called Yuri Kuma Arashi. Yuri Kuma Arashi. Let me see if I can grab a link for that. Yuri Kuma Arashi. I'll put that in the link. I'll put that in chat. That's one that I've been watching. The other one is going to be New Game. I'll put that in the chat as well. I wonder if that even worked. Oh, the URL's not correct because it's not putting that exclamation point at the end. But it's if you click on New Game, it's like the second or third link down. It's where it says a Japanese manga series.
Well, I finished Dead Man Wonderland and now watching School Days.
Nice. How long is Dead Man Wonderland?
That Titan changes everything. That Titan changes everything. Not bad at all. Keep at it.
Alright, let me see if I can grab the window now.
That Titan is real.
Some episodes. Alright, cool. Is it window capture? I'm gonna try something. Bear with me here. That, nope, not that. There we go, a little bit better. Just a little experiment. See if I can grow this video to make it full screen. Because this game doesn't want to make that video full screen for some reason. I think that's the best I'm going to make it.
my battle stance depending on... I am the Vamp. I use that most ancient of power, blood. I can absorb blood from an enemy and in extremely damaging attacks. I don't use mana, but as long as there are enemies, there's blood to fuel my... Bathe in the red tide. That light is mine. I have more barbs to offer. More blood. I need more. To I am the Valkyrie. I change my battle stance depending on the situation. My scythe works double duty. Blade stance for close combat, and chain stance for enemies at a distance. My expertise with these stances means an enemy is never out of my deadly reach. Judged. All fall down. No, just no. Down. Listen, there's my grace. Your love feeds me. It's always a pleasure to bring such pain.
Alright, so those were 2 subclasses for the Valkyrie. So now let me roll a warrior.
What happened?
Oh, I'm doing like an exhibition video for all the subclasses for Kritika Online. Today's the last day the game's online for beta, and then
Okay, NVM.
it's gonna go. Servers are gonna go offline until open beta, whenever that is. So let's make the warrior. Freaking Goku. Let's see. We'll go with the Goku hair. We'll make him all black so he looks like Cloud Strife or something. Doesn't Cloud have black eyes?
White's hair.
White hair? Now he looks like some Bleach character with that oversized sword. Alright, what was I naming my freaking hero? Goku-san or something. I don't know. Cloud Strife. I'm pretty sure someone made Cloud Strife. That name's unavailable. Of course, someone made Cloud Strife. I don't know what to name this guy, even though he's getting deleted in 4 hours. Strife Cloud. I made it. Alright, so I showed off the 2 subclasses for the Vamp. Let's go through the Rogue, the Gun Mage, and then the Warrior. Actually, I forgot I gotta move the Warrior out of the tutorial. Okay, I don't know how to use this guy. Pretty sure he's a giant sword, so that should be pretty easy. He has a 2-handed sword, he's using it with 1 hand. 1? Here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 with my combo. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, big guy. Grr, growl. Damn. I guess a warrior does that much damage. Was not expecting to do that much damage. All right, Plasmic. Thanks for stopping in. See you next time. I don't even know how to use a warrior. I don't see that many of them though. Might as well, I was gonna say take time to look at the skill descriptions, but I'll do that once I'm back in town. Oops. Uh-oh. Says I'm not online. What's going on? Warrior appears to do a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, Twitch, what's going on? Network error. Well, I'm gonna put this video on YouTube then, because Twitch is not cooperating. Anyways, let's watch the rest of the skill descriptions. Alright, so go ahead and enjoy the 3 subclasses for the warrior in Kritika Online.
Let me kill you! I am a berserker, using my rage and massive sword to obliterate enemies. With my tremendous strength, I smash through enemy defenses. Alone or in groups, no one is a match for the berserker. Fire Lord. My gauntleted fist burns with fervor. Harnessing an inner energy, I leap around the battlefield. Strength, power, and mobility make me virtually unstoppable. I am the Doomblade. I walk a dark path, a perfect killer, a master of dark energy. I can strike before my enemy realizes it. Brimming with dark magic, all fear me as death. Meet your end. Soul no more. This is satisfactory.
Alright, I noticed that I lagged a little bit during the Fire Lord, so I'm going to show that again.
I am the Fire Lord. My gauntleted fist burns with fervor. Harnessing an inner energy, I leap around the battlefield. Strength, power, and mobility make me virtually unstoppable.
Alright, those are the 3 subclasses for warriors. I'm lagging again. Well, let me finish through all of these, and then that's going to be it. So we'll take a look at the 3 subclasses for the rogue.
Deadly slashes with the killing power of cute. Don't be fooled. I mean, you look silly. Strong and deadly. I will mess up the toughest foes. If all else fails, I can call upon a little help from my friends. I'm done, let drink die. Wow. Meow. Ooh, I love that.
The assassin specializes in swift, brutal death. My blades can take down any foe. Armed with skills that engage enemies near and far, the assassin is deadly in close quarters. In one-on-one battle, the assassin has no equal. They never stood a chance. I use mystic powers and a spirit wolf to fight my battles.
Let's tango!
Harnessing storms and lightning, the wolf and I are more than a match for any foe. With the spirit wolf at my side, few can take the wolf guardian's wrath.
Spirit wolf, fight with me!
I run with the wolves.
Alright, that's the 3 subclasses for the rogue. And finally, let's show off the 3 subclasses for the gun mage.
Shadow mages use dark magic to defeat their enemies. Shadows confuse, control, and obliterate foes. In addition, shadow mages make melee attacks with a little help from their friend.
You're gonna love this.
You should take notes. Warp mages control the fabric of space and time. They slow time, distort space, and blast their enemies. Warp mages are excellent at controlling and defeating large groups of foes. Spontaneous bomb for you. 0 errors, all wins. Frost mages use ice and storms to crush groups of foes. They have the broadest range of attack spells and abilities. Nothing cuts like ice. They use cold to slow, stop, and destroy their foes without mercy. This is going to sting. Are we impressed yet?
Right, those are all the subclasses currently available for Kritika Online. There are 2 other base classes. They haven't been officially revealed in the North American Western release. Those classes are the Monk, and there's one more. It wasn't translated properly. I think it was called like the Noble. It looked like a hold on. There was the Monk, the Noble, and there was another class. It was like a blue-haired girl with a gun blade or something. So that's those are the other classes not currently available in the Western release. And that's it. That's Kritika Online in a nutshell. Closed beta is going to be ending in about 4 hours from now. Open beta hopefully should be coming out sometime in 2017. They have not announced the date yet, so we don't know when open beta is going to happen. If you do get a character to level 15, 60, or 65, you will unlock other benefits for your account once you do start open beta. Based on this elite status, it does sound pay to win. I don't want to judge it right now because the game's not officially out. There are founders packs available, but who knows? All of this is getting deleted in a few hours, so I'm not too concerned about getting these.
We've so much still to do.
You've saved me from a life of embarrassing antics.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end the stream right there. If you have any more questions about Kritika Online, feel free to contact me.
See the world.
Join me during any of my live streams and can chat with me about Kritika Online. You can post about it on the subreddit. It's Kritika Online. That's it. If you enjoyed these streams, give me a follow on twitch.tv/OnePunkArmy. If you want to know about my upcoming streams and games, you can follow me on twitter.com/OnePunkArmy. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys again next time.